here. Let me type in good morning on Instagram, and then I'll come back to Facebook. Okay. Good morning. Let me post in my good morning here. And we are good. Close this. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's see what we got. Janice, good morning. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Cheryl is hanging out on Instagram. Janice is on Facebook. Good morning, ladies. How are you? Good to see you. Habib's also on Instagram. Ladies, it's good to see you this morning. I'm a little bit off schedule this morning. Stephanie, good morning. Stephanie Nichols. It is so good to be seen. Happy Sunday. I have Ruth on Instagram. It's good to see you, ladies. Got kind of a little bit of a late start. I was reading over my notes. Usually I do that on Sunday mornings before I get started. And somehow, again, I lost track of time. But I'm here. Good to be seen. Good to see you. Happy November 13th. I also have Stephanie Davis. We have Stephanie Nichols and Stephanie Davis and Janice Taylor hanging out on Facebook, and Cheryl Habib and Ruth hanging out on Instagram. Good to see you, ladies. Good to be seen this morning. Hope you are doing well. I am so grateful again for this platform and this opportunity. I got my coffee. And ma'am, good morning. Good to see you. I got my coffee here this morning, so it is all well. My house is nice and cozy. It's warm here. Although it's 30-something degrees outside, it's nice and warm in here. But right now, as I look out the window, it is sunny, so all is well. Hope you ladies are having a great morning so far. I got my coffee. So I am doing well. Like I said, I lost track of time a little bit. I was reading over my notes, which I always do because I prepare them either on Friday or Saturday. And then on Sunday mornings, right before I come on, I read them over just to make sure that I'm clear in my mind what I want to talk about, and I lost track of time. So it's a good day. Ladies, remember as you come on, type in good morning so that I'll know you're here. I can give you a shout out, call out your name. Hey, Judy. Judy's on. Good to see you. So, ladies, we are doing our due. It is November 13th. We're coming into the end of the year. So it's all good and exciting stuff. And the good part is, hey, we are all still here. So far, so good. We have made it to this point in the year. Yes. And that within itself is a blessing. So again, as you come on, just type in good morning so that I will know that you're there, so I can just give you a shout out. You know, this means a lot to me to have you on. Carolyn, good to see you. I was just thinking about you. I was like, where's Carolyn this morning? And there she is. She just typed in good morning. You know, there are some of you that I am used to seeing your names every Sunday morning. When you're not here, I miss you. So, hey, it's good to be seen. Stephanie say amen. We are still here standing, and it is all good. So as you come on, either on Instagram and or Facebook, good morning, Paula. Good to see you. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. I so appreciate you. Ubong, my friend Ubong's on, and she is in Nigeria today. Thanks for hanging out with me, Ubong. Crystal's on. Good morning, ladies. So good to see you. Good to be seen. I appreciate each and every one of you. I give thanks. I give thanks. I'm grateful for the platforms, both of them, Instagram and Facebook. And I appreciate you getting up and joining me. It means a lot to me. Stephanie says we appreciate you too. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm going to go ahead and get started so I don't keep you too long. Again, thank you so much for getting up and joining me. You know, I was thinking about the seasons. And here's how I always remember whether to turn the clock back or forward. In my mind, I think spring forward, fall back, right? So I was thinking about the season change and I found myself, it was like, it's dark. It's dark, gets dark too early, and I was thinking of all these reasons about fall backwards. And just the mere fact of how I was able to remember that in my mind as I thought about it, it's kind of negative, right? You spring forward, so you feel energized, but when you fall back, that's kind of negative. So I started giving that some thought. And I started thinking about, well, even if you want to change it, you have to change it how you think about it. So today I want to spend a few minutes talking about change begins with me. So we know life is a process of evolution, and it's about creating yourself. Even when we set goals and we're pursuing our dreams, we are creating the person we want to be. Yeah, we're creating the person we want to become. So change and transformation can only begin to happen when we are brave enough to tell the truth and go beyond our comfort zone. We want more, right? We have dreams. We want to pursue them. We have desires. So we're truthful with ourselves, and we're truthful about where we are in this process of evolution. And as I was thinking about the season and considering we just ended daylight savings time, I thought this was an excellent time to think about changes I wanted to make, beginning with fall season, turn the clocks backwards. And of course, I don't want to go back. I want to go forward. And as I started thinking about it, it's like it's a negative connotation, right? So I started thinking about this from a different perspective. Spring season, turn the clock forward. Positive, going forward. And in my mind, it's time to leap forward. So it's a new opportunity and a new time, right? I thought to just look at life. We're coming into the end of the year. So I thought this would be a great time. And I used to do, when I worked in the corporate world, we used to do this exercise. And for those of you who've been with me for a while, you've done it with me before. Stop, start, and continue. What is it that I want to stop doing, start doing, and continue to do? So I listed some things. Now, all of these don't apply to me. I just listed them to give you something to think about. So what I want to stop doing, we're going to do that first. The very first thing at the top of my list was complaining, because I was complaining about the fall season. Number one, I was looking at it from a negative perspective, and I was coming up with all of these reasons I did not like the fact that we had to turn our clock back. So at the top of my list, what I want to stop doing is complaining. And what's so interesting is when I thought of this exercise and I said, Eva, stop complaining, I had to laugh. I had to stop and laugh at myself. So from now on, I am going to think of when we turn the clocks back, think of it from a new perspective. I haven't decided what that perspective is yet, but I'm certainly going to stop complaining. Stop giving my power away. And this is one for me that I've been working on a long time, and I think I've gotten better, is being judgmental of others. What other people do is none of my business. But I tend to be opinionated, but I'm working on it. Stop seeking validation. Now, all of these are not necessarily apply to me, but I wanted to give you something to think about so you can do your own exercise of what you want to stop, start, and continue. Thinking so much about myself, Stop thinking so much of me and beating up on myself. Stop questioning myself, especially what I know to be true, what's been placed on my heart. And we'll do that in a minute. We'll come up with something, an idea, or whatever, and we'll talk ourselves right out of it by questioning ourselves. Stop downplaying my strengths. Stop playing it safe, denying my skills and denying who I am. Stop worrying. And have faith. And this is what I've learned. it works for me. If you have faith and you worry, it's an oxymoron, right? So you can't worry and have faith. That works for me. It took me a while to understand it, because if I believe, if I truly, truly believe, then why am I worrying? If I have faith, then why am I worrying? It took me a while for me to get that right in my mind, but I have it right in my mind today. Doesn't mean I don't worry, because I'm human, but I can nip it now. You know, the minute I start to worry, I question, where's your faith? If you truly believe what you're seeking or doing, if you truly believe and have faith, when you think about it, you're not going to worry. It takes a while. It's like anything else, you have to practice it. And the other way to approach it, it's only a season. So if you're going through something, quit worrying, being stressed out over something that's only for a season. It's not permanent. And one way to think of it is, I'm going through a season that's going to lead to a better place or a better position or a better outcome, however you want to define it. And those are some of the stops I came up with. So as you do your own exercise, think about, what are some of the things you want to stop doing? Now's a great time to do it, so you don't go into the new year with the things that you know you no longer want to be a part of who you are. Start. Now, this one's big for me. Asking for help, reaching out to others. That's me. To start doing more of that. I've gotten better, but it's very difficult for me to reach out and ask for help. But I've gotten better at it. Start seeking opportunities. Focusing more on being present. Believing in more, trusting God more. I'm a Christian, I tell you that all the time. And I was at this retreat, 2 weeks ago, and there was this exercise, and I think I shared it with you briefly last week. There was this exercise that we went through. Make a long story short, when I closed my eyes, I was running. And the little voice said, stop. And when I stopped and turned around, I was looking at myself. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm running from myself. When I shared it with my sister, I think she said, meaning I'm running in, she thought I was running in circles. And then the next morning, that little still small voice said, trust me more. So believing in more and trusting God more, to start doing that works for me. And trusting myself more, right? Trusting myself more. Stop questioning myself. These work for me. These are my start. Accepting help. Asking and accepting. Expanding my social circle. That's for me. Because I tend to be a homebody. Most people don't know that because of my personality is very outgoing. But I'm a homebody. I really don't do, I do what I have to do. And I don't let people get close to me, too close to me. I have very few friends. And being more available. Now, I will mentor young women in a minute, but I tend to keep my social circle small, and I'm a homebody. So expanding my social circle, being more available, and thinking of others more. I think of others more because I'll help anybody. But still, some of these are mine. And owning my strengths, focusing more on elevation. Again, so I don't care what I'm going through or what you may be going through. Focus on the other side, elevation. Elevation's on the other side. And that'll help you if you're worrying. If you're a worrywart, first of all, have faith. And just think about, hey, the season's only temporary. Focus on elevation. And I've talked about this a lot, paying attention to what you're thinking. To start, paying more attention to what you're thinking. What you allow in your mind will determine what kind of life you live. Because life can show up no other way than in which you think it will. Remember that. If you don't remember anything else you took from this year, Life will show up or can show up in no other way than what you think it will. Your life, follow your thoughts. When you think better, you live better. Just remember that. Start and go inward. When you feel anxious or fear or scarcity, instead of looking outside, go inward. Spend time with your inner being, your soul, your spirit, whatever you call it. Because that's where your answers are. Again, it doesn't mean you may not need help, but that's where your answers, your inner being has all the answers, the wisdom, the knowledge, and is there for you. And start to look at life from a different perspective. Sometimes we get caught up in this vicious cycle of negativity, or just seeing or looking at life just from one perspective because we're so used to doing it. And that's why it's a good time to do this exercise. Stop what you want to stop doing, start doing, and continue to do. So if you're accustomed to looking at things from one perspective, and if you do this exercise, now you can open up and say, I'm giving myself permission to start looking at things differently. I'm giving myself permission. I remember when I broke my ankle, you ladies, some of you on here was with me. And when the doctor told me that I couldn't walk on, put any weight on my ankle for 6 to 8 weeks, and I live by myself and I live in a bi-level condo, I could have been angry. I'm a Christian. I could have cursed God, but I didn't. I didn't get bitter. I didn't get angry. And even during my trials and tribulations with my journey with breast cancer, reconstructive surgery, I had a heck of a time. I had so many surgeries, people, I can't even tell you. Reconstructive surgeries. I had so many complications. And I remember I got to a point in my life, this is a true story. I got down on my knees and I had to decide if I was going to curse God or believe in him. And of course, I chose to believe in him. But my point is, we can get caught up sometimes feeling sorry for ourselves or being angry and being bitter that we miss out on opportunities. All the trials and tribulations I went through with my breast cancer led me to leave that job. I hadn't planned on leaving. Broken ankle. I wrote Inspirations for the Soul during my healing. Now, if I was lying here bitter and angry, I probably wouldn't have written it. So good things can come out of situations that appear to be difficult and bad. So think about how you're looking at your life. Think about it. If you're feeling angry right now about something or sad or bitter, give yourself permission to start and seek other perspectives. Seek the positives. Think about it. And not only did I write Inspirations for the Soul, my friends stepped up to help me, and I learned how to ask for help. That was a big lesson for me. Asking for help. So think about it. Continue. So we've done stop, some of the things to stop doing. Make your own list. What do you want to continue to do? Make your own list. Start. What you want to stop doing, make your own list. What you want to start doing, make your own list. Now let's talk about continue. For me, embrace and confront my insecurities. I still have them, been working through them. But no longer hide. Remove the mask. Remember, I talked about that mask. I wore the mask for a long time, and I know I'm not the only one. And some people on this call, this right now, may be still wearing the mask because it's easy to hide behind that mask and give that impression that everything is going okay, because we don't want others to know our struggles. We fear that we may be judged, and some of us feel like we're not good enough, so we hide behind this mask. So if that's you, think about it as a time to remove it. So continue to embrace your fears and insecurities and admit your fears and struggles and work through them. Continue to be grateful. Now, this one's for me. I used to go to church every Sunday. Well, I went to church a lot before COVID, and I was a faithful tither. And then the last year, I stopped tithing. And it's funny. So I said, okay, Eve, it's time for you to get your act together. I went to church last Sunday. I said, Eve, it's time for you to start tithing again, because I'm a Christian. I believe. So I wrote down, continue to tithe. And it's funny because I had a conversation with a friend of mine this week, and tithing came up. I was like, ooh, God's trying to tell you something. Continue to be open, expand, and grow. Continue to go beyond your comfort zone. Continue to seek opportunities. And if you are one of these people that's hiding that light that's inside of you, continue to let your light shine. Other people need to see that light. And you know what I'm talking about. Continue to try new things. Continue to have faith. Continue to feed your mind, body, and spirit. Continue to value yourself. Continue to be patient. Because some of us, we want it now. But if it happened now, we couldn't even handle it anyway. Whatever you're seeking, if it happened right now, you probably couldn't even handle it. So continue to be patient and have faith. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and remember to always think again. Think again. And for me, continue to pray. Continue to take action, pursue your dreams, claim it. Start to live like you've already achieved it. Continue to be healthy. Take care of yourself. Remember, this body, this is your temple. You only get it one time. So be conscious of what you're putting in your body and what you're exposing your body to. I had this conversation with a young lady that I mentor. And we had this conversation about some of the young men that she was involved with. And the only thing not to judge anybody, but just remember to take care of your body. If you take care of your body, it will take care of you. And continue to seek wisdom and guidance. Be mindful of how far you've come in life. Be mindful of the challenges that you've already faced. Be mindful that you have experience. Wisdom. Use your wisdom. And I looked up wisdom. Of course I did. The wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. So wisdom is a great tool. And we all have wisdom. So continue to use your wisdom. And what you do must match what you say. Just remember that. And our wisdom should be apparent in our words and actions, our internal and external conversations, internal here, what we think and what we do. So stop, start, continue to use your wisdom. And just remember, life is a process of evolution. It works. Life is a process. It works if you work at Johnny Coleman, who is the pastor and the founder of Christ Universal Temple, used to say that all the time. She wrote some books, I have them. It works if you work it. Be willing to learn. Open yourself up to new possibilities. Some of us are so afraid. We wear this mask. We have this fear. We're so afraid and we've shut down emotionally and unaware of it. Don't be afraid to live your life. Think of your challenges as opportunities. And if you're in a challenging situation right now, come up with the best strategies for overcoming them. And know that you grow from your challenges. Elevation's on the other side. And it's only going to help you become more resilient. Because if you've made it this far, for anyone who can hear me, you have wisdom. You've overcome challenges. You are resilient. You are valued. And sometimes, if you're like me, every now and then I question. I start, what if I made this decision? What if I made that decision? What if this was the wrong decision? And I truly believe that we are where we're supposed to be. We're not where we are by accident. That's just my belief. And I don't care where you are in life, if you have a dream or something that you want to do, it's never too late to pursue it. Because some people will say, well, it's too late for me to do this. I've had my chance. For me, I don't believe that. Because if it's too late for you to do what you want to do, then what are you doing? You're doing something every day, right? Then why not do what it is you want to do? So if you think it's too late to live your best life, think again. Because if you got up today and if there's something that you want to do, then why not do it? Change your perspective. And a lot of us feel that way, especially, the older generation. Sometimes some of us think, well, it's just, my time has passed. But if you got up today, you're going to do something. So why not do? Why not simplify it? Simplify it. Don't just think about what is it that I want to do today and just do it. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to do whatever it is you want to do. Remember, change begins with me. So think about that. As you go throughout your day, your week, coming into the end of a new year, coming into the end of this year, going into a new year, if there's something you want to do, change begins with me. Look at life from a different perspective. The exercise, I think it's a great exercise to do. And you don't have to sit down and do it all at one time. Just think about, what is it that you want to stop doing? What is it that you want to start doing? And what is it that you want to continue to do? Just take a piece of paper and write down 3 different columns: stop, start, and continue. And as they come to you, write them down and be committed to follow through. So that's it this morning. Change begins with me. Let's see what kind of comments, if any, that we got. Good morning, Dr. Cornelius. Crystal says this is a great exercise. Carolyn says this is right on time. I'm going to spend tomorrow morning working on this exercise. What else we got here? I love it. Stephanie says, I can't pray and worry at the same time, so I'm choosing to pray. And sometimes it's a muscle. You have to practice it. And then before you know it, you're like, ooh, your mind tells you when you start to worry, and then you can just nip it. Kelly's on this morning as well. On Instagram, great exercise from Cheryl. Cleves is on. I can't see the whole name, but good morning. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Life is lived forward, but understood backwards. That's why hindsight is 20/20. Yeah, that's from Ruth. Good comment. So I hope this exercise will be helpful to you. I do it once a year, and I found myself laughing, but there's some areas that I definitely need to stop, some things I need to stop doing, start doing, and continue to do. Judy says, a very good eye-opener. So that's it. One thing quickly, well, 2 things quickly. If you're in the Chicago area, come hang out with me on, when is the 19th? Saturday. I'm going to be at the West Loop Library. I think it's on North Armerdine, from 2 to 3. I'd love to see you come out, and I'll have some books with me. And if you're not in the Chicago area, if you started your Christmas shopping, please consider my books. They make great gifts. When I post the video, the link will be there. You can order them from Amazon. And again, they make great gifts for any woman. They're great stocking stuffers. So I think that is all that I have. It was so good to see you ladies this morning. Thank you for getting up and joining me. I appreciate you. I think I looked at all the comments. Whatever you're doing the rest of the day, I hope you have a great day. Love and blessings to you and your family. I will see you back here next Sunday. Take care. Remember, change begins with me.